Hey you, thanks for joining me. Today I wanted to do a visual comparison of white clover and microclover. So I've got white clover planted in one spot that's been there for about 3 years, and then I've got some microclover that I planted in two different spots. One was a less ideal spot, so just to kind of show you how it looks when it's under kind of a more shady area with more weeds, and then also a spot that gets pretty good sun. Some foot traffic, but not too much. And you'll also see in these videos a little bit about how that root system looks and how they kind of tangle and web, because it's a little different than grass. So we'll start off with some clover in our backyard. So this white clover, it was a little tougher to dig up than I thought it would be, but you can kind of see how big the root system is. We do have some dandelion here, so it doesn't completely crowd out the weeds. All of this clover I planted kind of over with the grass. So I think I just added some extra soil, raked a little bit, and added these seeds, watered them the recommended amount. So there was grass here, but the clover in this area has really gotten dominant because I think I way overseeded this spot. We will go over to some microclover. This is in the less ideal spot. This is the spot that has some weeds. It's in some shade. It's been here about 2 years, I want to say, 1 to 2 years. So this clover not doing as good overall in terms of being dominant over the weeds, and just I think the shade, it's just not in enough. It was a little harder to get up as well. And then we will go over to this other area where we have some microclover, and this stuff is either planted this year or last year. And it is in an area that gets sun, gets some walking on it. You can see here we've got some nice flowers. We got some webs of the clover. You can see how it kind of tangles up here. And then I tried to get a spot that really shows how that creeping kind of works. And then we'll just do a little bit of a side-by-side here of the clumps that I pulled. So it doesn't look good. I still have some of the soil here, but just to kind of show you some of that variety in the sizes within this. And then we will also look a little bit here. I've got the roots, so 2 of them that I was able to get a good look at how the root system looks. And probably the underground root that I was able to get. And then this is all sprouting out of it. There's a flower here, but it broke off when I was trying to pull it out. But pretty big. This is the white clover. We got the roots kind of hung in there a little more. I don't know how much the soil had an influence on that. And then this is the microclover. So they're both pretty big. Here we've got some of the microclover that was in the sunnier area. Again, these are about a year or 2 old. These are the more spent flowers. This is what it looks like on its way. And then some variability in the size of the leaves there. And then this is the smaller microclover. Again, it's not in the nicest area for growing anything. It's competing with some weeds. So we've got kind of smaller flowers, still pretty long. And then we've got the white clover. Again, this has been there for a few years. That might play into it. And then there is some variability in leaf size, right? So this, I could probably tell you that this was a microclover, but I got it from the not microclover spot. So just keep that in mind. There is variability with all of these. I wish I measured. I just didn't think about it when I was pulling this to compare to like what they say the clover heights are. Just be careful what you see online and what you believe, because I know they make microclover look like it's so different in terms of size sometimes. And it's not going to be consistent, right? There's always going to be variability. It's not going to be uniform. It's nature. If you do like that slightly smaller side of things, then the microclover might be an option for you. If not, if you're looking at clover, I would say white clover is way cheaper and not that different. So I've also got a companion video to this video where I talk about the pros and cons of clover with some of my insights into those. So if you want a little bit of a longer video with me kind of talking about my experiences and my opinions, then I will link that here. Thanks again. Take care.